Hi, and welcome to Libby Presents Ghost News Network. Today is our paranormal news and discussion. Will, you have our discussion. What do you got for us? Oh, don't do that.
I didn't completely know it was coming to me, but
don't finger bang me.
We're gonna do name two cryptids that you believe can be legitimately real.
Two cryptids that I believe.
Because we all know there's plenty of cryptids out there that could be real, could not be, more likely not be, but we're going with two that you think are absolutely possible.
I mean, I'm going to go with Bigfoot, number one. I think it's possible. I definitely think it's possible. I don't think it's in New York. I think it's more west, Washington State, not on Long Island. Not on Long Island. I say this because I've got emails. Not on Long Island, not in Glen Cove.
Are you sure? You know about those miles and miles of untraversed woods on Long Island.
You can't even walk a mile through the woods in Long Island and hit a fucking major highway. Second, I would say I gotta go old school. Chupacabra.
Nice.
I think it's possible. I think that the claims, when you talk about, when they do interviews with people from I guess Mexico, Latin America, South America, these people are legit fearful of their life. And a lot of the stuff that they describe matches. And you're talking about different countries. Mm-hmm. To me, that's pretty interesting. I'm going to go with that. Chupacabra and Bigfoot. So
for me, it's definitely Bigfoot. I agree. That's the one thing I think that is out there that exists. We just, like you said, it's not on Long Island. I think it's somewhere in Washington State, somewhere between the U.S.-Canadian border and all of that open wilderness where something is in there. Like I said, over by Mount St. Helen, there's so much of that area that hasn't been explored because it's Native American land, and then the Native Americans won't even go in there. There's certain. To me, it sounds like the perfect place if you're going to hide. That's where it would be. Another one might surprise you. I think there might be some validity to the Rougarou in New Orleans.
Took mine.
Was it really? Yeah. Wow. A lot of people argue with me because it's supernatural, but I mean, it's just basically a type of humanoid wolf type creature. Some of its lore steeps in werewolf and things like that, but there's, whether it's a humanoid type dog or just something that has evolved to be more human looking, I think there's some validity to the Rougarous and that are found in New Orleans. There's been a lot of claims over the years, and they date back a long time ago, and I think the most recent claim was a couple years back. I don't even think there was a claim not too far back. Yeah. Same thing with, I could talk about this shit all day. Those are my two.
I agree with Mike and Dimitri so far. I with all those, but I'll throw in two new ones. Lizard men. I've done a little research on the lizard men, and there's something to it. There's been enough hard evidence.
Where's it located?
That's literally That's literally what I almost just jumped into. I started talking about the lizard men because
Skateboard swamp,
you're right in there.
Yeah.
Yes, the skateboard swamp. Yep.
That one's interesting because there's been a lot of reports and a lot of somewhat hard evidence about them that I think is interesting. My other one is one that I just started reading about recently that I'm very intrigued and kind of makes sense to me is Bat Squatch.
Bat Squatch.
Yeah. Squatch and flies?
Yeah.
It's basically a giant bat or bat-like creature that quite a few different people have reported seeing something very similar to it. So it could kind of fall into a bird, a flying.
Yeah, I honestly think it may have some history steeped in Mothman phenomenon.
Pterodactyl never got extinct.
But
that's Thunderbird.
It's just bats that we know of. There's giant bats out there. There are bats that are known that have 5-6 foot wingspans. So for something to be a little bit bigger than that, I don't think it's all that far fetched.
No,
we haven't found it yet.
It's just how humanoid is it really? That's the question.
Right, and you know, I'm not saying I think it's Dracula flying around, you know, but
Are you sure? You got a Dracula vibe.
Where is that located? Like,
that one, the one I was reading about was in the Midwest.
be over there.
Yeah, it was somewhere in that area. I forget exactly, but it was I want to say like Michigan, Wisconsin,
Okay.
someplace like that.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Interesting. Okay.
My turn?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna agree that Bigfoot, I think, is definitely possible. I saw a really convincing video of it walking up a mountain way too fast for it to be a
Okay.
human. And it,
We saw the same video. I think we did a video
did we
on
watch
that.
it here?
I think we
I
did.
think
Yeah.
we recorded a video on that, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that was definitely creepy and possible. And I think that mermaids exist because the ocean is huge and deep, and we don't know what's in it. It's very possible that, I mean, where did humans come from? We don't know. How possible is it that some of us went to land and some of us went to the water, and we don't know what's down
Why
there?
not?
Yeah, they say the primordial
Yeah.
ooze, there could have been a
We
version
have
of us that
webbed
crawled out and the other ones that
fingers.
don't.
There,
So,
yeah,
There's
it's,
gotta be a reason.
it's interesting because there's a lot of research that's done on that kind of stuff, and they found some weird shit sometimes. And whether it's faked or not, I don't know, but that's
Well, they say one of the reasons why your fingers and your legs and your toes prune when you're in the water is because it helps you with your grip when you're underwater. They say that's one of the part of evolution. That's why our fingers prune, not because we're drying out our bodies, but because it helps us with our grip.
Pretty much all life stemmed from water.
Water,
Right.
yeah.
So
right.
it
Yep.
could be possible that maybe we did too.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. Wow.
It's just what did they look like? That's
Yeah,
the question.
yeah, I don't
How
think-
did they
I
change
don't
that
think they
difference
look
from us?
like what they are described.
You don't think
before.
it's
I
Ariel?
don't think it's like creepy. Not at all.
These white
There's a lot of
manatees.
pressure down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's
You know,
true.
it's like some.
I assume their
monster.
skin are like if they live deep, you would think they would they're probably blind.
Mm-hmm.
Their skin is probably translucent. Some of them probably have bioluminescence.
Yeah.
I mean, once you start getting into that, I love that stuff so much.
Yeah, because the deep sea, we've never really. I mean,
We don't know.
We have no idea.
We don't know.
Like we really
I don't know. We haven't even figured out all of Earth.
I
and
mean,
in
we're
space.
barely able to go down 2.5 miles to see the Titanic. I mean, that doesn't say much
Yeah.
because it goes way deeper than that. So
Yeah.
that's a good one. I like that. What do you got for us?
So we all agree, Bigfoot. That was my number one, but I swept that aside. I agree with the Ruru. But my two that I'm going to choose, Mothman. I think Mothman might not be a cryptid. I think it might be some sort of omen type spiritual entity. Could even be an alien. You don't know.
Right.
But that I could see being like a dark omen type thing, and the skunk ape of northern, well, really all of Florida and like southern Louisiana. It's like the Bigfoot of the South.
Yeah, I always think those things are all like just like there are different types of humans and races and everything like that. You would think if maybe there's different types of
There's
races
several.
and breeds and stuff. You've got the skunk ape, you've got Momo, you've got all these other different types of Bigfoot-like creatures. You've got Wendigos up in Canada and stuff.
Yeah, so I think it's not far fetched to think that there's more than one type of Sasquatch.
Right.
Sasquatch being like the overall breed or whatever you want to call it, but I think there's definitely something in the swamps of down there. Maybe fighting with the Ruru.
Territory Wars
I
down in
watch that
New Orleans. I would watch that. There's a really horrible movie called Monster Fight. You should watch that. It's like a WWE type thing where monsters just fight
Great
against each
movie
other.
called Ruru too.
Haven't
But
seen
great,
it.
I mean, absolutely horrible.
What's it about?
I don't know.
It's about a rooter. Alright guys, so what do you think? What are your top 2 cryptids that you believe exist? Let us know in the comment section below, and if you haven't yet, give this video a like, share, and subscribe. You can also click the little notification bell to know when all of our content is being uploaded to YouTube. So thank you guys very much for joining us. Until next time, take care guys.